Before we start this video, this episode of the Ty Walker Show is presented by W Energy. If you want to get a little bit off your W Energy order, just use code MSN Racing on your next order of W Energy.
Even if you are not ready for the day, it cannot always be night.
That ball is crushed.
Fastball socked, high and deep, right center field. Santander turns, watches it fly. It's out of here.
What is up, everybody? It is your boy, Ty Walker here of the Missouri Sports Network, and we welcome you here to another episode of Royals Weekly. Normally we do this podcast on Spotify, but, I thought, why not do a YouTube episode today? Because, them boys in blue, they've been hot. And by hot, they have been on a terror. How much of a terror have they been on? Well, they just set a franchise record of the most wins in the month of April, with 17 wins in the month of April, and obviously a franchise record. It beats out the 2016 Royals, which won 16 games in the month of April. So the Royals, they sit currently at 19-13, just 2.5 games back of Cleveland in the Central. Now, currently, at the time I'm making this video, Cleveland is currently playing the Astros right now. So it could be 3.5, it could be still 2.5 by the end of this video, but currently right now it is 2.5 at the time of making this video. So they're currently second place, 2.5 games back. Who would have thought the Royals, who had a very, very bad season last year, coming out this strong, it is only 2.5 games back in the Central, sitting at a whopping 19-13. Royals have been hot. They've been really look good here lately. How good have the Royals been? They are fourth in the league in quality starts with 13. One of their pitchers, Seth Lugo, is tied for first in the league in quality starts with 5. Royals have given up the second fewest runs in the league with 97 runs allowed, only 2 behind Seattle, which has 95. The pitching has pretty much led this team, a starting rotation of Reagans. You got Lugo then you have Brady Singer, Michael Wacha, Alec Marsh started the season. Obviously, he's got hurt right now. So we saw Jonathan Bowen last start. Be interesting to see if Marsh will be back for a second start, or if not, we'll see somebody else, possibly a Daniel Lynch, or they might recall Jonathan Bowen, or they could go with an opener role and bring in Angel Zerpa to go in relief for a start there. We interrupt this video for our first MSN giveaway right here. Look what we got. We have a signed baseball. Who is this signed by? Former Royal Trevor Rosenthal. When he was with the Royals, he wasn't that bad of a pitcher. He's actually really good. So we got this for one lucky person that comments on this video. So what's the rules? Well, one lucky winner will win an autographed ball of former Royal Trevor Rosenthal. Once we hit 1,000 subscribers, one lucky fan will win. All you have to do is subscribe, like this video, and comment down below that you did everything on this video for a chance to enter to win this ball right here. And once we hit 1,000 subscribers, we will spin a wheel on a video, and whoever it lands on will be the winner of this autographed Trevor Rosenthal ball. Good luck, everybody. Let's go ahead and take a look at the stats for the offense and the defense. Taking a look first at the Royals defense. Obviously, first thing I noticed was what we already mentioned, the 97 runs allowed, which is second fewest in the league. Only, like I said, 2 behind Seattle. And on base plus slugging of 626. That is 10th in the league, so pretty good there. On base average, 239. That's good enough for 15th in the league. Then errors, that's obviously a big key right there. They are 11th, 4th fewest in the league. Total base average, 368. That is good enough for 11th in the league. Royals offense, 142 runs. Good enough for 13th in the league. On base plus slugging, 692. That's 16th. Batting average, 237, 12th in the league. Home runs, 32. That is good enough for 11th in the league. They started out strong, though, to start the year in home runs. They kind of cooled down toward the end of the season. I mean, not the end of the season, to where we are right now. They're at 32 right now. And, though the Royals are looking good, the home runs have cooled down, and some of the bats have cooled down. I mean, there has been some bats that have been looking really good. The top of the order is looking good. Michael, he was in a slump for a little bit, but he's been getting on base more frequently here recently. Same with Bobby. Bobby, I believe, is in the midst of a 14-game on base streak. Salvi, I think it was 20 games now on base streak for Salvi, so he's been tearing it up. I mean, he's been doing so good. Teams are intentionally walking him more often with runners on base because Salvi has just been too good, and they just don't want to mess with Salvador Perez. But then you get down to Vinny. Vinny's kind of been in a slump. He did break out of it today. He had an RBI double that was about this close away from a homer, just hit the top of the wall there in Toronto. Would have been a home run in 5 of 30 ballparks, so hopefully that can further more for Vinny, and hopefully he can go on a on-base streak like he did earlier in the season before he went into the second slump. Kind of started the year in a slump, then he went on a tear for a little bit, and then went back into a slump. Hopefully that double breaks him out of the second slump that Vinny's been in. MJ has not looked good. He started the season on a tear, then went on a long slump, had a really good game, and then went on another long slump that he's currently in. He's on a 20-game hitless streak that he has not had a hit in. Nelson Velasquez, he started the season on a tear, and then kind of the same things happening. He did get a double. He did get a double last game. Did not play today, so hopefully that double yesterday kind of propelled him out of the slump, even though he did strike out on his next 2 at-bats. So let's hope Nelly gets out of the slump, and then just the bottom of the lineup, it's kind of looked like a war zone. I just got to say, with a 19-13 record, you think, oh, this is a really good team all around. And then you got this bottom of the lineup that looks like a war zone. Hunter Renfroe batting under 200. I mean, he'll get a hit every 1 in 3 games. That one game is a good game, maybe 2-3 hits. Get maybe a bomb every couple of weeks. Just hasn't looked that good. Adam Frazier, when he's playing, he hasn't looked that good either. Neither is the other second baseman, Michael Massey. Now, obviously, Massey is trying to start ramping up. He got called back up not that long ago, coming back from injury. So hopefully here soon we can see more of Michael Massey. He did hit a 2-run home run today. That was ultimately what's won the game for the Royals. They won 4-1, but even if the score stood up from the Michael Massey 2-run home run, Royals would have still won. So that was technically the winning hit there in the second inning off really good pitcher in Jose Barrios. So hopefully Massey can continue that. I would love to see Massey continue that. Kyle Isbell has not looked good. I mean, he's had some good games, but he hasn't looked good. I mean, not really. I mean, like I mentioned, bottom of the lineup looks like a war zone. And with MJ slumping, Nelson Velasquez slumping, and that little bit of time that Vasquentino slumped, it kind of looked like a 6-man war zone down there in some of the lineups that you had to put all the pressure on Michael, Bobby, and Salvi every game to try to win games. And I mean, to start the season, yes, they may be able to do it, but if you got to rely on those 3 guys the whole season, that's not going to really get you anywhere. So hopefully a lot of these guys can break out of the slump. I imagine come trade deadline, Royals will get a couple more guys to add on to this lineup to not make it as much of a war zone as it is now at the bottom of the lineup. Kind of get a couple of outfielders that can hit. I mean, there's no doubt. I mean, some of these guys can hit. I mean, we've seen what in past years what Hunter Renfroe can do. He can launch these balls out of the stadium. MJ Melendez, he had a good second half of the season last year. So, I mean, we've seen what some of these guys can produce. It's just we got to see that if they can. If they can't, then the Royals might need to start coming in and at the trade deadline, getting up some outfield pieces that can hit and help bolster this offense even more, because that is what the Royals need. But that is all for today's episode. I'm your boy Ty Walker here from the Missouri Sports Network, and we'll catch you guys in the next episode. Peace.